My name is Callid Keefe-Perry, and I am from Rochester, New York, and I'm online at theopoetics.net and theimageoffish.com. And just so you want me to go?
Yeah, I mean.
So what am I doing here?
Not just your, little bit of everything, what you've experienced here with your
Here at Wild
interviews
Goose.
and other things.
Oh, the interviews. Right, so I am in the middle of working on a film project that is investigating the intersection and the blessings and the pitfalls of having creativity intersect with faith, right? At one level, if we're made in God's image, well, clearly we're also creator beings. But there's also another sense in which, there's this worry I have that as there's continually new expressions of faith, as that we're making new, are we getting too far away from what was? Are we just doing what we want to do with our own individualism and calling it Christianity with a thin veneer simply because we're saying, oh, no, it's just new, when really what we're just doing is ego, right? But my hope is that, in fact, there is a place for creativity and newness, and that there's a way to be faithful about it. And one of the things that the film is doing is just talking to people about this. It doesn't matter who talks to me. I have all kinds of folks just sit down in my seat, and we talk about creativity and art and the place of newness in the church and the tension between tradition and newness and the fresh breath that the Spirit is giving to us, but also wanting to remember where we came from. And so I've been talking to folks. I've been filming since October, but here at Wild Goose Festival, there's just such a huge population of folks who are interested in talking about God and faith that I set up my little sign, my little booth. They say, hey, come chat. People sit down in my seat, and I've probably shot a dozen interviews since I've been here with all kinds of colors and shapes and ages and genders of folk. And it's really beautiful, and I feel like by allowing myself to be in a place where I get to really listen and hear, each of the interviews is an opportunity for me to live in someone else's world for like a half hour at a time or 45 minutes at a time. And I'm saying to the person seated across from me, teach me. But I'm also saying to the Holy Spirit then, you use this person and give me part of your wisdom. Let me receive this so that I can hear more truly where we're headed. I'm excited about the project because it's going to kind of be one part like documentary and another part like the video equivalent of a poem. It'll be kind of pieced together without and therefore it's not going to be kind of a political statement so much as it is just an exploration and a teasing out of some of these ideas. And I've heard really great stuff. For as many people as I've done interviews with, I've talked to twice as many who said, what are you doing? Why does your sign say, come chat about God and art? It seems like it's kind of a provocative thing. Like, what are you doing? And those conversations are great too. So it's been a blast here. I came here primarily to film, to kind of connect with people, to have conversations, and I have been incredibly richly rewarded.
Have you gotten any of the presenters or
Nope.
is there any that you were after?
Nope, I really didn't even come for that. I mean, I love the ethos here. And
that's kind of why I'm here with this, because I want to capture
and you know
all
what?
that.
There are people here who I know. I mean, some folks that I've connected with or seen here and there, or have read some of their blogs or stuff. And a lot of the speakers who are here have other means of accessing their content. And some of the singers that are here, you can buy their album.
Right.
But I cannot replace having a cup of coffee with someone. Right. There's no other way to do that. So for me, the kind of price of admission gets me into the door where there's all other kinds of people that I want to have be through the door too. That's not to say that they're, I don't feel like I missed out on a thing or two, but I think the richness of just connecting 1-to-1 or 1-to-5 or whatever that is with other folks who are here is absolutely, of its own benefit. I mean, for me at least, that's how I think about it. Yeah.
So, how did you get down?
We drove.
Yeah.
So Rochester's about 12 hours away, and we did it in splits. We did 6 hours the first day and ended up in Virginia and stayed overnight there. And then we drove the rest of the way the next day. But it was really great. We got to stay we had lunch on Thursday afternoon at a farm that some friends of ours own, about a half hour west of Pittsburgh. And then after we finished lunch, we drove, the half hour here. And then when we're done, we'll drive an hour further east, and we'll spend a day with the mother of a very close friend of ours who's traveling with us. and then we'll have a 13-hour trip back, and we'll do it, in a 7-6 kind of rotation. It's been a blast. It's been very hot. I think we peaked at like 97 one day, and it's for a little girl. It's hard to handle that, but we've been doing okay, and we've had great friends and family, and so it's been making it happen.
Yeah, at least there's been some breeze.
Yeah,
or if you
at
get
least.
to the shade, then you can.
Right. Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Good.